Dying Young by Junji Ito. The story begins with the narration by Ayako, talking about her friend Chizuru, how she got prettier in a month. And they say being young or in love can make a girl prettier, but in Chizuru's case, she became a different person. In the bathroom, Ayako asks Chizuru how she got so pretty, but she doesn't know. Chizuru looks in the mirror, puzzled on how this happened. However, she seems happy with her new looks. Some say she had plastic surgery, but this wasn't true, and she was becoming prettier slowly, like a blossoming flower. Chizuru is walking and these boys are talking about how she used to be one of the ugly trio in their grade, and how can she change like that? But these girls say that she doesn't look healthy though. Ayako agrees. She looks stunning, but also somewhat anemic. In a month, she got even more prettier, and she made every hand turn. By 2.5 months later, she collapsed and died while running. She had a heart attack. Ayako and her friend Hiroko are at the funeral. They dissected her body at the hospital. No one knows why her looks changed. It had nothing to do with her death. While walking together, Hiroko says maybe the saying is true, beauty dies young. Then asks Ayako what would she do if she got pretty like Chizuru. Would you ask out your crush Mizuno? But Ayako tells her to quit joking. They barely got out of their best friend's funeral. Hiroko said it doesn't feel real to her because she was almost like a different person when she passed. A while later, Hiroko started to change, as well as her younger sister too. A month went by and she was almost a different person. This girl, Yukari, starts talking with Hiroko, saying she's pretty and what's her secret. Maybe she can be pretty too if she keeps sitting next to her, hoping it's contagious. The two girls are in the back watching this and say Yukari used to taunt her and the rest of the ugly three. Ayako is sitting in the back of the class alone and someone says the ugly three, huh? It's the ugly one now, while girls are surrounding Hiroko. One says that her acne is gone. Does this mean that she's the next to be pretty? Next scene is Ayako looking out the window and hears someone explain a math problem. She turns around, it's Mizuno explaining the problem to Hiroko, and even after class they are still interacting with each other while Ayako is watching from a distance. Hiroko, Ayako are going to walk home together. Hiroko stops at her locker and asks Ayako what's wrong, but when she opens her locker, these letters fall out, and she says that she's been getting a lot of them lately, and she never got one when she was ugly. While walking, Hiroko asks Ayako how she feels about Mizuno. She responds saying that she has no feelings towards him. Then Hiroko tells Ayako she should get pretty too, and says she doesn't know how Chizuru got it, but she got it from her. Ayako responds saying it's not going to happen to her. Hiroko reassures her, saying it will. Even Yukari got it, even though she didn't want her to. Hiroko was right. Ayako could see the changes in Yukari. She looked just like Hiroko, somewhat anemic. It became widely known among the girls. They started surrounding Hiroko and Yukari. The girls touched them every chance they got, trying to catch whatever they had. The number of pretty yet anemic girls grew. These girls are talking about how she got prettier and she's with Mizuno. Then they look back at Ayako saying that she hasn't changed a bit. Maybe she's immune. These guys near the window are talking about how 1/4 of the girls have changed, and it is very strange. They can't find an explanation why. How can someone's look transform like that? And says it only affects girls. One of the guys says maybe it's just a strained theory, but also thinks it's because the end of the century is coming, and explains a lot of strange things happen near the end of the century's past. Look at these girls. Don't you think their beauty signifies the end of a century? Suddenly, Hiroko sees her sister, Kari. She walks up to her asking why she's alone here. Kari responds saying she feels sick, then faints. Hiroko is trying to wake her up, then realizes she can't feel a pulse. Mizuno runs to get help. Kari died that day. A week later, Yukari died, and 2 days after that, another girl died. The coming days, all the pretty girls were dying. The constant deaths started a rumor that all the dead girls were infected with a disease that makes you beautiful before you die. Ayako is walking around the school and sees different groups of girls comforting each other. Some saying, "Are we dying too? I don't want to die yet." Ayako says mourning to Hiroko. Hiroko responds saying, "Good for them. They used to thank me and follow me. Now they all ignore me, even Mizuno," and says that she has no regrets. She'd rather die young and pretty than be ugly and old. And says she doesn't believe the rumors, and says, "Look at me, I'm still okay." What does that say? Ayako agrees. Hiroko also says there's all sorts of rumors going around, and there's this new one saying that the disease is deadly, but there's only one way to survive. Kill a girl of your age on the 3rd Friday of every month, and you won't lose your life or your love. looks and says it sounds so dumb. It's not that easy. Looks aren't worth your life. The death of girls went on. Hospitals were crowded with frightened girls. Doctor after doctor looked for the cause of the disease, but its cause was never found, with no causative factor. No one could verify its infectivity. One of the teacher's theory of an end of the century disease proved persuasive. It transitions to Ayako in her room one night, saying that lately her friends don't come to school, even Hiroko, and thinks maybe she should visit her, and looks out the window and sees 3 girls walking and thinks she looks sick. It must be Hiroko. And where are they going at this time of night? One of the girls asks Hiroko if they're going to find someone. She responds someone must be out here. Also asks if the rumor is true. Hiroko says who knows, but we have to try, and asks the girls the favor to let her be the first one. She's been feeling so sick and that she needs to hurry or she can die. Ayako thinks today is the 3rd Friday. Are they going to kill someone? This guy says goodbye to his classmate and is walking down an alley. The 3 girls see him. Hiroko yells, "I've got to stay alive," and takes the knife out of her jacket and runs towards the man. Then suddenly Ayako yells for Hiroko to stop. The 3 girls turn around. The guy runs away yelling for someone to help him. One of the girls with the dark hair says that she'll do it and that Hiroko lost her turn. She runs after the guy while Hiroko and the other girl they corner Ayako. The girl with the dark hair then turns the corner and sees another pretty girl crouched over the guy who ran away. He's dead now, talking to herself. "I did it. If the rumors are true, I won't die," and laughs. Meanwhile, Hiroko is confronting Ayako. She can't believe she stopped her. Ayako responds, "Don't be crazy. Don't you realize it's a stupid rumor? How can killing someone save your life?" Hiroko tells the other girl to hold Ayako so she could stab her. The other girl says she doesn't want to and walks away. Ayako tells her, "Please don't do it." Hiroko tells her to shut up. "Who do you think you are? You don't understand how I feel. You get to see the 21st century, but not me," and run towards her with the knife. "An ugly girl like you should be the one dying." While running, she dies, drops the knife, and falls into Ayako's arms. Narration: the end of the 20th century. A strange sickness was going around.